Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Solo Diaries. If you are new here, then the Solo Diaries is a series which I started at the beginning of the year to basically document what's been going on with my life. It's like a little FaceTime catch up with my besties, okay? It means that we are already 13 weeks into the year because I think this is going to be episode 13, which is crazy. It's a bit scary to think about how quickly the time is going. But yeah, I'm so grateful that you're here. So let's get into this video. This week, wow, what a week it has been. It has been very interesting. I definitely have learned things from this week alone, which I'm grateful for because I feel like the last couple of weeks, they'd been fun. They'd just been normal life, but there wasn't huge takeaways which I had learned. So the week started off just my usual week, my daily routine, living in Thailand, working, gym, same old, same old. And then the week before, I actually spontaneously booked a flight to Bali. Now, because, of course, I do live in Thailand, I have a 5-year DTV visa, which means I have to leave Thailand every 6 months just to renew it. Now, there are options to, just cross the border and come back. But in my head, I was like, that's a whole day of travel. My girl math was like, why don't you just have a little holiday out of it? So that's exactly what I did. And it was quite spontaneous. Now, I've been to Bali before, more specifically the Gili Islands, but I was like, I so want to go back. I'm a completely different version of myself. I'm so excited for this episode, honestly, you can just see it. Anyway, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Yeah, I was like, do you know what? Let's go back there. We're in a different space mentally. We're in a different space physically. Let's go and enjoy it. So Wednesday morning, I went and got my phone repaired. Now, this is a key part of this whole story of this week, right? I woke up, got everything ready and went and got my phone repaired and then went to the gym in the meantime, had a really good session, walked there. It was a really good morning. Now, I had to get my phone repaired because I dropped it and then the screen broke and it wasn't major. There was a couple of lines in it, but I was like, I just want to be safe, get it all fixed before I go away. So that was one thing. Had a really good morning and then I came back, I packed, I made lunch, rushing as per usual, went to the airport and then I forgot I had to have a stopover in Singapore, right? So my first flight was to Singapore. Gosh, how could I forget about Singapore? Oh my gosh, that's a whole other thing. Wow, I don't know how long this video is going to be. So yeah, I arrived in Singapore. I was so excited. Let's set the scene. First time in Singapore. Absolutely buzzing. Always wanted to go to Singapore. Never been before. I arrived. I was a bit shocked, of course, at the airport because it was beautiful. I was like, oh my God, this is stunning. You had the big waterfall there. It was great. I found a Porsche cafe. So I went to this Porsche cafe. I had a coffee. They put 9/11 on it. I was like, this is perfect. I'm having a great start to my trip. Right. That is my dinner. I'm sorry, I can't get it right now. It was a great start. So, and plus with the Singapore trip, I was like, I just want a nice bed, somewhere to relax. I'm going to be tired. Literally, I was stopping over there. I think I arrived at 8 p.m. in Singapore and then my flight was at 3 p.m. the following day. So I was like, all I need is a bed. You check out at 11, 12. And then by the time maybe I grab a coffee or something, I'll go to the airport. My plan was to run in Singapore and head to the airport early because there's so much to do. Should have done more research. Anyway, I get to my hotel and I was completely catfished. First of all, it was nothing like the pictures. It was terrible. And I don't want to sound bad saying this, I don't mind where I go. I've slept in a treehouse in the jungle before. Things don't faze me. But I was more, I think, because I had been on the plane for a few hours and I was like, I just need somewhere to sleep. I'm tired. It's nothing like it. And there was literal bed bugs, I think, on the mattress. There was mold on the mattress. The pillows were dirty. There was hairs on the floor, not my hair. And I was like, I can't stay here. When you just don't feel safe. I was like, I don't feel safe. By this time, I think it was 1 a.m. somehow. Don't ask me why. And all my plans had gone out the window. I wanted to go to these place called Marina Sands Bay, I think. And basically you see all of the lights and it was meant to be a really cool experience. I wanted to make the most of it, but I was too tired from traveling. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just go and book another hotel. I said to the woman, like, you know, I'm really sorry, I don't want to stay here. She was like, that's cool, like, whatever. I took pictures of everything to mention it to Agoda. They didn't care. So anyway, I found a new hotel. That was really good. The staff were really nice. The bed was clean. Everything was clean. I was happy. As I say, it was like 1 a.m. at this point. I had finally eaten, ordered food. Then the following morning, I was like, I want to go on a run. I ended up covering the distance of 10K. Again, don't ask me how. I was so happy about this because I was just in such a good mood from exploring, and I had no pain, touch head, no shin splints, nothing. It was just really hot. So I was running down like the whole beach, and it was so beautiful, and I felt so grateful for this. And then I came back, and then it was time to travel to Bali. It's been like a whirlwind, honestly, of a few days. Yeah, so I flew to Bali, and then I arrived, amazing hotel, so glad I booked it. Went and had a swim. It was like 8 p.m. at this point. Went to the rooftop pool, came back down. I was like, what should I do? I feel like the world's my oyster. So I went and got sushi. It started raining. I was like, this is chill, taking myself out on a little solo date, getting ready for tomorrow. I was only in Bali, in Kuta, near the airport for one night as like another stopover before I went to the Gili Islands. Wish I booked a bit longer, but it's chill. So yeah, I was like, okay, I've got to be up. I thought my driver was picking me up at 9 a.m. Turns out I was getting picked up at 7. So lo and behold, again, it's like 2 a.m. somehow. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to get up at like 6 because I need to make sure I'm ready. I can't miss this driver. Otherwise, I'm going to miss the boat and the whole plans are ruined. So I had about 4 hours sleep. Again, it was chill. I'm like, I'm on holiday, living my best life. Then we went to the ferry port, got scammed. That's a whole other story. Got the ferry. The ferry was really chill, really good. Had no issues with that. Arrived in Gili Air. Oh my God, it was stunning. I literally forget every single time how like stunning the beaches are there, and just the vibe was immaculate. And I only had 3 nights there. I wish I booked longer, and next time I'm probably going to book at least 1 week on the islands. I say book, I only booked 1 night, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna act like I'm a backpacker, you know, like I've gone solo traveling again for like the first time in years. It was just so much fun, like, you know, I just felt so alive. Anyway, like the following nights I booked it. Again, this is something I should think about, and you'll see why, and I'll go back to the phone issue. So, yeah, imagine I'm on Gili Air. It's just stunning. Like, I'm running around the island. The island is so small. You can walk around it, I think, in like an hour and a half. You can cycle around it in like 30 minutes because it's just a small island off of Indonesia and off of Bali. So, yeah, it was just stunning. I felt so happy to be there. Now, the main realization that I had, firstly, was that being in the exact same space, in the exact same spot, but like 3 years later nearly, I felt so different. I felt so happy. I felt so grateful because I was able to move my body in a completely different way, which I'd never ever had before. And being able to, first of all, run, being able to go around this island, which was something I didn't do the last time I was there because I was so physically unfit. I didn't even want to explore because I couldn't be bothered. And, I stuck to like the same one hotel. So being able to explore this island, but do it by running, by fitness, something which opened up a whole other world for me. It was just such like a different feeling, and I couldn't express this enough. So like if you're someone watching this and you want to change your habits and you want to be a different person and you want to live a different life, like I promise you, you are so capable. If I could go back and tell that girl who was there 3 years ago, like, you're going to be the one running around this island next time, she would be like, oh, no way, like, no, that's not my thing. I don't even like fitness, like, oh, the gym, like, I don't like that, so like things can change in an instant. So yeah, I think I cried because I was just like, wow, like I'm taking all this in. So anyway, went to my hotel. Beautiful. It was lovely. The staff was so nice. Everyone is so friendly on that island. Like, honestly, again, I have no words. So yeah, it was a really good time. And then after my first night, I think I just chilled. The second night, right? Imagine this. I've got myself ready. It's a beautiful sunset. I was like, I want to go take some cute sunset pics, because I'm by myself. I want to make the most of this. I was trying to film a TikTok on my phone. It fell down and the screen broke, and I had no access to my phone. I had no access to my online banking. Nothing. Well, obviously the whole phone didn't work. Online banking, TikTok, Instagram, nothing, WhatsApp. And I just looked at it and I was like, okay, whatever. Now, this is where the universe comes into play, or God, something, a higher being, maybe my higher self. I had actually packed my spare phone, which I never ever take that with me anywhere, right? It sat in a drawer for like 6 months. I never take it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just had my dinner because my food arrived. So, yeah, my phone had dropped, so I had access to nothing because the whole screen was broken. But I didn't freak out like how I thought I would freak out. I was more just like, it is what it is. Like, okay, like I literally can't change fate. And I swear, like the old version of me, I don't know, even from 6 months ago, a couple of months ago, I'd be like, oh no, my phone's broken. But yes, thank God that I brought this spare phone. And this is what I was confused about, because I never ever would use it. So because I had this, bear in mind, it had literally no apps installed. I installed WhatsApp and I installed my banking, but then I couldn't actually access my banking and I had to pay for my hotel room that same night. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? Like, imagine I didn't bring this phone on this island because it is so remote. There is nowhere to go get your phone fixed. Like, you're literally in the middle of nowhere. You're in the middle of the sea. Yes, I could have gone to Lombok like the following day, but then I was leaving the day after that. So I just accepted it. I had no Instagram for like 5 days, and this was like a big thing. And it's not like I've never had that before. And yeah, it was really, really nice. I actually think I enjoyed it far too much because it just felt like I don't know how to describe it. Like, I just didn't have a care in the world, which I never ever feel like I get to that point. Unless, like I was at the meditation retreat, I feel like I had that. But unless I go somewhere, like I can't fully switch off from life. I'm always thinking of like, I have to do this, have to make this video, do this, answer this message, blah, blah, blah. Like, life just doesn't stop. But all you have to do is remove the thing that's causing the problem away from you. And technically your problem is solved for now in terms of that, in terms of a phone. So yeah, it genuinely made me not spend half as much time on my phone. Like, since coming back here, it's been like nearly a week now. I haven't used my phone like hardly as much as I did before. And yeah, but now I'm using like both for different things, like in terms of work and stuff. So yeah, it was a really big realization for me to actually just be present. And I feel like this happened for a reason, like in order for me to just soak everything in and not be on my phone. And, I still took pictures on my other phone, but other than that, I was like, okay, it's going to die. Like, I'm going to let it. I don't need it. Like, what do I need it for? I didn't even listen to music, and I was just going around, like cycling on this bike around the island. Oh my gosh, it was the best feeling in this whole world. Like, I felt so grateful. That indefinitely is probably my favorite place on this whole earth. Genuinely. Like, that is it. I'm signing myself off to this island. I will live there one day. But yeah, so that was that. So that was a nice little trip. And yeah, I am actually filming this a week later. So technically, I'm only going to record from the beginning of the week to Sunday. And technically, if I was recording this on the day of Sunday, I would still be there right now. But yeah, I will reveal what everything else happened in the next episode of the Solo Diaries. But it was really interesting, and I met some interesting people and I spent a lot of time alone. It was my first solo trip alone and it was super duper fun, and I'm happy and I'm grateful for this. And yeah, just any reminders, I guess, just to take time to be present, take time to acknowledge your life, your surroundings, be grateful for what you have. And if things don't go your way, then perhaps God, the universe, yourself has a better plan for you in store. And you can apply that with anything in your life. People especially will come and go into your life, and you just have to accept it and find out what is for you, I guess. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else, like a little update. Because these are like updates to myself, I'm like, okay, future Sophia, what should I tell you in that you're going to rewatch, I don't know, in a few months. All the other fun things will be in the next one, but I feel lean. I feel quite lean at the minute, which I'm happy about. But yeah. Oh, I'm super excited for the next one now, but I will record that tomorrow, so I know where I'm at. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little ramble, FaceTime, catch up. If you have any questions or anything that you want me to cover, in the next episode, then please feel free to ask me, drop a comment down below, and I will get back to you, because this is what it's about. Sometimes it's Q&A, sometimes it's me emotional, sometimes it's me like in my own world living so happy, and other times it's just life. But yeah, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one.